Welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. Join us for the latest in news, views, and conversation with community leaders. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well Dressed Walrus, Spokane Firefighters Local 29, Creative Music Learning Center, and North Idaho Events. Now, put your finger on the Pulse of Spokane.
Welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. Here we are in February. Can you believe that? And it's an extra special February. Do you know why? Happens every 4 years. In fact, we have a meeting here with some potential architects that are going to school. They're going to help design some new sets for us, and that will actually be on Saturday the 29th. So we're figuring that we'll maybe do that every 4 years or something. Hey, a great lineup, good information today on the program. Kate Hudson is here. Well, it is the first Tuesday of the month, Kate, from Visit Spokane, and she's got a plethora of things going on. And I have to tell you, I think she brings it down from a couple hundred to like 50 or 20 or something like that. So you're just going to get the highlights today, but there's a secret behind that. You can go to their website and get all the information. And then next, perhaps you've heard of a recent startup in Spokane. They've gotten some funding and are doing some great things. The CEO, Joe Gellatly. How do I say it, Joe? Gellatly. Is that close? Yep. Okay. He's over there waiting in the wings. From Medcurity is going to be here. Okay, so I messed up his name and the name of the company, 2 for 2 so far. We're going to have a chance to talk about what they're up to. Some great news, some good things going on in our startup community, and they're a good example of that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after the weather and a message or two.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Spokane Talks Weather Forecast. My name is Connor Kotzman, your official weather forecaster. Today, Spokane's weather looks to be mostly snowy with a high temperature of 28, while this week looks to be rainy and snowy. Tonight will also be snowy with a low temperature of 26. Today, Coeur d'Alene's weather looks to be mostly snowy with a high temperature of 29 with a low of 26. Today, Cheney's weather looks to be mostly snowy with a high temperature of 28 with a low of 27.
We believe every person is created in the image of God with immeasurable beauty and worth, that people should not be defined by their present condition or past mistakes. We are all broken. We need each other. Healing for our brokenness begins with connection, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. And with healing comes change, the potential for joy and meaning. No one was created for mere survival on the streets, for an existence blurred by mind-numbing substances. Each person is created with a purpose, a unique gift no one else can offer the world. Our job is to help them rediscover it. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
The economy is getting stronger. Banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
Well, welcome, Kate Hudson. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Bright and shiny.
Yes.
The red and everything else. Everything's good?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we kind of match. We could post for a family
Yeah,
photo.
mine's kind of faded a little bit compared to your red there. Yeah. Hey, Visit Spokane, you sit down usually the day before or so and
Yes.
pare down from what, a couple hundred?
A couple
often?
hundred.
To
Yep.
a list that you send over in the morning.
Yes.
And you've got what, 15 maybe or 20
No,
on
I
here?
think I narrowed it down to about 7 events.
Oh, okay.
Total.
Okay. How did you do that?
It's
That's
hard.
not easy, is it?
There's a ton of stuff going on in Spokane. So
Okay, well, the first thing is
First
Friday. Okay.
Yes, first Friday of every month. Downtown Spokane Partnership teams up with retailers and businesses and restaurants and wine tasting rooms, and they feature artists and local music and open their doors and have specials. And a lot of the wine rooms waive their tasting fees, and they feature a local artist also, so you can buy the art if you're interested.
Oh, nice.
So there are various locations. My advice is to go to downtownspokane.org.
Okay.
And you can find a list of all the locations that are participating, but it's everything from coffee shops to wineries.
So what are you predicting for the weather?
Friday, I think all the snow will probably be melted by then.
Okay.
It's supposed
Okay,
to
'cause we
turn
are
to
gonna
rain.
get some
It's
snow
going
in
to
the
turn to
meantime.
rain on Thursday, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think it'll wash away a little
Yeah,
bit.
I
Yeah,
think
but
so,
we've got a
too.
couple cold days coming.
we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's that time of year. So we have
History
that.
of yum.
Chocolate with wine.
Oh,
I think that this sounds fun. This is on Saturday, February 8th at
Okay.
Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture.
Okay.
And they are going to have a food historian and a college professor, Monica Stenzel. She'll be talking about the history of chocolate,
Oh,
all the
really?
way down from Aztec times to present day. And they'll do a wine tasting to go along with it. So you can learn all about the history of chocolate.
will there be chocolate there
Yes,
too to
there will be
sample?
samplings and then wine tastings, and you
Okay.
can kind of figure out what tastes great
At
with
some
what.
point after the wine, you won't know what kind of chocolate
It
you
all
just
tastes
talked about, right?
delicious. It'll all be wonderful.
Yeah, of course.
But I
Of-
thought that sounded fun.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Is this the first time they've done this?
They've been doing a lot of fun events like
Yeah.
this, but this is the first time I've seen the history of yum,
Yeah. Okay. All right. That
and it
works.
sounds delicious.
Okay, something special coming up for regarding Valentine's Day.
Yes, so we are in February, of course,
Yes.
and the Spokane Symphony is going to play the music for Valentine's Day. So they'll be featuring 2 French composers, and
Okay.
it doesn't get any more romantic than France.
Okay.
So they'll be featuring music by Debussy and Ravel, and they will have a special trumpeter who will be featured, Alan Vizzuti, and he was born and raised in Missoula, so he's kind of a hometown guy.
Oh, okay.
Close,
Nearby. Okay.
But he'll
So
be.
he's going to toot his horn.
Yep, he's
Okay.
going to toot his own horn.
Yeah.
And they will be doing concerts on February 8th and 9th. So they've got that matinee on Sunday that you can
Okay,
always go
so-
to at Martin Wilson Theater at the Fox.
That's great. That is
Yeah.
just terrific, and what a great opportunity to
I know.
take a loved one, right?
Yes, find your loved one and bring them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, I like this one. Something about Roy.
Yes, it's The Lonely, celebrating the music of Roy Orbison.
Okay.
And of course, he's iconic.
Yes.
And this will be at the Bing Crosby Theater, and this is also on Saturday, February 8th. So
Okay.
if the symphony's not your thing and you want to listen to Roy
Lots
Orbison.
of choices that day, yes.
They'll also be covering hits by the Everly Brothers and Traveling Wilburys. Tickets are $45, and The Lonely is a band, and they cover all things Roy Orbison.
Now, was Roy Orbison still alive when you were younger?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, he
Okay.
was.
All right.
Yeah, he was still
Because
with us.
some
I
of those-
remember the sunglasses.
Yes, some of us go way back when we were very young, and he was young and alive
Yes.
too. But great music, absolutely
Yep.
great music. That will be fun.
I think so.
Okay.
We also have Nat Geo Live.
Ooh, okay.
And I thought this one sounded interesting. This is When Women Ruled the World, and this is on February 13th.
I thought they did now.
They pretty much do.
Okay.
We just let you think that.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not. This will be at First Interstate Center for the Arts.
Okay.
And they'll be talking about, it'll be Dr. Kara Cooney, who is a professor of Egyptology. And so they'll be looking back in time at how women ruled the world back
Okay.
in Egyptian days and onward. So tickets are actually not that bad, $24.75 to $34.50 per person, which
okay.
I thought was
That's not
reasonable.
bad at all.
I think that's very reasonable.
yeah.
So it'll be an interesting talk, and you can learn all about the women who ruled Egypt.
All right.
And there were many of them.
There were. I watch a lot of the History Channel and some of those, and I love how some of them just were big rulers.
They were.
They really
it was
were.
incredible. And It was
Yeah.
a vast empire.
Yeah,
So
it was. It was.
hats
and
off
I
to them.
remember it well. No. Okay.
I wasn't going to make an old joke, but
Yeah, I know. I thought I better do it so you didn't
Since
feel
you-
guilty. Not
yeah.
that you would feel guilty about it. Okay. It's a week
It's
to eat.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite week.
Yes.
Inlander Restaurant Week.
How many reservations have you made already?
None yet, but I need to get on that.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
So it's 10 days of deliciousness. It's
Okay.
a fixed price menu at participating restaurants, and there's over 120 restaurants participating this
wow.
year in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene.
Okay.
It's a fixed price of $22 or $33, depending on what you would like to, what the restaurant would like to charge, and it's a 3-course meal.
Now, will restaurants have both choices of the dollars, or just one or the other?
No, it's one or the other.
Okay,
So
okay.
say a restaurant like Beverly's, which is more expensive, they'll
course.
be $33.
Right, right.
But it's your chance to go to a place like Beverly's that maybe you wouldn't normally be able to afford it.
Yeah.
For $33. Maybe that's
Yeah, I hear
more
Tom is
in-
pretty cheap, so maybe he'll take you
I
there.
believe the word is frugal.
Frugal, okay, all right. Yeah, he'll probably see this. I'll agree with you
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity to check out restaurants that maybe you were not otherwise going to go to.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
And February
And
is
they really
typically
do it special, don't they?
They do.
Special entrees and
Yes.
appetizers and everything.
Yep, you get an appetizer, you get a main dish, and then you get a dessert. And then they've also teamed up. We're the only restaurant week in the nation that does a drink local component.
Oh,
So
okay.
all of the drinks that they offer with it are all locally made.
Oh,
by
that's
local breweries,
great.
local
And we
wineries,
have some.
distilleries, cideries.
Yeah, and
yes.
even some new ones that just have opened in the recent
Yes,
weeks.
yeah.
Wow.
It's incredible. So it's a great time to go check out the food scene in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And it's a typically slow time for restaurants.
Yes, yes.
It's after Valentine's Day, before Mother's Day is
Right.
their absolute slow time. So
Yep. So they got time to do some
Yeah.
special stuff.
yeah, so go help them out financially.
All right. And then there is the film festival
Yes.
coming up.
Love
What's going to be
this.
shown this year? Do you know?
You know what? I'm not sure yet. You'll have to go and look at their website.
Okay, that's why there's a Visit Spokane.
Exactly.
Right.
Spokane International Film Festival. It runs from February 28th to March 6th.
Okay.
And it happens at the Bing Crosby Theater. They have different showing times. Usually about $10 to get in to see a film.
Oh, that's
Got
not
all
bad.
sorts of educational talks and short films and long films, and it's a wonderful opportunity to see what's
Right.
going on.
Right.
in the film world.
Okay. Now, all of this information
Yes.
that is available and much, much more
So much
can be
more.
found at.
Visit Spokane.com. Just click on the events tab.
Okay.
Or if you're interested in Restaurant Week and making a whole night of it, you can find hotel packages that hotels have put together that offer gift certificates to the restaurants and
Oh, you can
cheap
make a big
nights
deal
stay.
out of
You
this,
could make
right?
a whole thing out of this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
So you better get Tom on
yes,
making a reservations. huh?
exactly.
Okay. We'll send a clip of this to Tom. Okay. So to remind him.
Yes, maybe he's watching. I don't know.
Okay. Right. Maybe. How's he doing with the GU basketball team? Is he
It's been
having fun?
Yes, it's been a great season.
Yeah, it has.
Fantastic
It
season.
has. And for those of you who don't know, it's Tom Hudson,
Yes.
who's the voice of the
Yes.
Zags.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is
So-
he having fun? though?
Oh, always.
Always.
Dream job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yep,
tough job.
Having a great time.
And he gets paid for it too.
He does.
All
Yes.
right. Good deal. Thank you, Kate. Good
welcome.
to see you as always.
I will see you in a month.
Okay. All right.
I
She
will see all of
promises.
you in a month.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
This is Bloomsday in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
I'm Nikki Butler and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole. I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in 2nd grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
Well, welcome back. It's always fun to hear about and talk about startups in Spokane. We've been, I think, in the last 5 or 6, 7 years doing a great job of incubating and getting startups. And one of the firms that has done quite well is Medcurity. Did I say it right?
You did.
All right, Joe.
Yes.
And because I remember you guys were on our startup program 3 years ago or something like that?
It was last year.
Was it last year?
Yep.
Okay. And good things have happened since then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about this. But first of all, tell us, what is Medcurity? And then let's go back and talk about the last year and a half, because you guys have made some fantastic progress.
Thank you. Thanks, Kent, for having us on, first off.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Good to be here. So Medcurity is focused on the healthcare space.
Yeah.
And, you know, privacy of personal information is a hot topic.
All the HIPAA
these days,
and so forth, yes.
Absolutely. Healthcare bears that burden heavily because, of course, they're collecting, they're storing, and they're protecting very personal information. Right. So they have these regulatory requirements that come with that.
Right.
They have risk to their reputation and financial risk if anything was to be breached or leak out.
Right.
And so Medcurity helps those hospitals and clinics protect their patient information.
Ah, okay.
We have online software that helps them understand where they are today and what steps they need to take to improve, helps them document that, and hopefully helps them become more compliant and secure so they can focus on providing patient care, which is really what they want to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. When it comes down to it, if there's one leak or one problem and it gets out there, that really can hurt the medical provider's reputation.
Yeah, we've seen.
I mean, there could be a financial, but
absolutely.
I mean, just the reputation alone. Well, I don't want to go to XYZ clinic because I just read in the paper or saw on TV that they had a breach. You know, I mean,
trust is very important these days.
Absolutely,
we've seen it take a tremendous toll when a breach like that happens.
Right,
so we want to help limit and prevent that as much as possible.
Yeah, you look like you're having fun with this.
We are.
Good.
Yeah, it's been great. We have excellent, wonderful customers who tell us what other features they want. They evangelize this to their peers.
Yeah.
And we've just had a lot of fun being able to take care of really good people around the country.
Yep. Let's go back to a couple years ago and walk through what's happened, because I remember the discussion and the newspaper coverage. I'm thinking of the Journal of Business and your being on our program in the past and so forth. Kind of go back a little bit and bring our viewers along to where you are now.
Sure. And honestly, if you go back 2 years, we weren't here.
Yeah, okay.
So just initial conversations, myself, my co-founder, Amanda Hepper, and I were just, had the idea out there.
Yeah.
And it was actually in the summer of, that would be 2018, that we secured some early funding through Mind to Market, which is an Avista-backed, among other local community participants, and they got us started with that initial, what we call a minimum viable product.
Yes.
So we were able to get just the basic tools built that could go out and
so you have
provide
something
value.
to show.
Yes. Yeah. And it had to work really well, because so we had to take a small slice and do it really well, because you can't play around with this. Right. So by December, we had hospitals and clinics using Medcurity, 2018.
From the summer to December?
To December, yep.
Wow.
And we had great feedback. We had some early customers that really, everybody just gave us really positive reviews. So we took that in the spring, and we were able to raise some money in Spokane, which was wonderful. Just fantastic community support the entire time.
So you've raised money essentially from Spokane.
We did entirely from Spokane.
Wow, that is terrific.
Was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we did go to Seattle. We went down to Silicon Valley.
Right.
But just wonderful investors that took the time to understand and come alongside us, and they've been part of the journey from the beginning when they invested.
Yeah. Wow. I think that's absolutely terrific. You mentioned earlier that you're around the country, but primarily here in the Northwest, or how's that going right now?
Yeah,
because I know you want to be all over the country and maybe the world even at some point, right?
We're very focused on HIPAA, which is a U.S. legislation,
right?
So we're very focused.
That kind of thing could be coming to other countries, though, too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Privacy is a hot topic around the world,
right?
Right. So for now, we're focused on this country.
Okay.
And our support base has been primarily in the Northwest, and then the Northwest.
Okay.
Some of the early customers were Oregon, Western Washington, and then now we've gotten to be in Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, and start to have a presence of being able to you have these anchor customers that are in various areas like that. So that's been exciting. Some of them do it all themselves on the software, and some of them say, can you come over and walk us through it the first time and get us started?
Right. How user-friendly is it? Because we often hear about software, and I mean, I'm even calling in this morning, Vinny, to come in and fix my computer because we had a power outage, and then it came back, but not entirely. But it was there somewhere, and Vinny walks in, of course, and does like that, and it's back. But some of us aren't as smart, and it isn't as natural for us.
Well, it's actually in healthcare, it's almost taken for granted that it's going to be a little cumbersome. You know, a lot of the software is built to meet requirements instead of built to serve the users. Right. And so from the ground up, we actually designed the interface before we did any programming, right? So we made sure it was very intuitive, made sense to people that don't do this day in and day out. They're wearing 20 hats, right? And this is one of them. So we ended up at this place where they could get started in about 3 minutes. Go to the website, throw in some basic information and begin using that tool in their practice. And we've got feedback from practice administrators that had no experience in this to compliance officers that have done this for 30 years. And it was all very, very positive. This makes a lot of sense. This helps a lot.
And when it's not so positive, they're offering suggestions so that you can improve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How fast are you able to get on that to make the improvements?
One of the great things about cloud software, we're not having to go reinstall it, right? Locally,
right.
Is we can turn around things very quickly. We had a compliance officer in Maryland that said, it'd be really great if you could add this bit of text here and change a little bit on this report, the way it works. I'd love to see that. And we called her back the next day and said, hey, run it again. What do you think?
I love it. So, I love it. Welcome to the 21st century.
Right.
So much is on the cloud today. How secure is that?
So actually, we've had a shift the last couple of years where there was less trust for the cloud previously.
Yes.
And we said, well, we're taking a chance out there, but we'd like to keep it in-house.
That's why I was asking, because I've heard bits and pieces here and there.
I think we're seeing this shift to where there's more trust in the cloud because you're trusting Microsoft then and Amazon, companies that have the resources to build a very secure infrastructure, right? Versus a server that's in the closet. Feels secure, but we've learned at this point that really it's better sometimes, often now, to have that large company take care of the security. Right. We take care of so we're actually, we chose to host through Amazon to take care of a lot of the security side of that, and they have a big infrastructure.
So you work with some of the big guys too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the world today. Yeah. So what are the next steps for you and the company?
Yeah, we're iterating quickly. There's a lot more we can do within the platform to help the customers. So we are adding in more features, but we're also, this is an opportunity this year to just scale nationally. We have something that works really well. It is a significant gap in the marketplace.
Okay.
So it's not where they're choosing from 5 or 6 options. This is solving a problem that they're sitting there.
I was going to say they're looking at how do I contain the problem and solve the problem and make it user friendly for my staff and so forth, but also meet all the requirements. And you're walking in the door with a solution. Absolutely. How great is that, right?
It's really rewarding to be able to be a part of that.
I'll bet it is.
So hopefully a lot of growth this year. That's what we're focused on.
Okay. How big a staff do you have?
Well, we have now myself, my co-founder. We have 3 fantastic full-time employees.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 people doing some part-time work for us too.
Yeah.
So growing, over the that started about 6 months ago that we hired a first person. So
wow,
been exciting.
I love to see that. Congratulations on all you're doing. And I understand that there's some Bonnie or something watching.
Yeah, well, hey, Bonnie. She's been a wonderful supporter of my wife, Bonnie, from day one. So thank you for joining in and watching live, love.
All right, you'll get penalized for saying that.
I
right?
appreciate the opportunity.
I love it, Joe. Congratulations on, and I love to see the successes of local businesses, and it's not the kind of business that the average person out there will ever really come in contact with. But you're serving a community out there that has to worry about the issue, so that's important. And here we are, local, dealing on a national basis. I love it. I love it. Congratulations to you and your staff. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching The Pulse of Spokane. See you tomorrow on The Pulse.
Hi, this is Tim Lane with State Farm with your quick winter tip. One of the most common questions I get is about trees and who's responsible for a fallen tree or branches. The answer comes down to negligence. If your neighbor's tree falls and damages your home, vehicle, or personal property due to a weather-related incident, then your insurance company would cover that as a non-fault loss. If you can prove negligence against your neighbor, city, or county, then they are legally responsible for your damages. If you have any coverage questions or would like a second opinion on your insurance, call my team and I at Tim Lane State Farm at 509-926-5135.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
I had no idea how to be an adult, let alone a mom. I grew up in over 20 foster homes, so I partied to escape. I wanted to change, but I had no idea what to do. UGM showed me that healing begins with the heart, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. My kids and I started over with a whole new foundation. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
The Pulse of Spokane is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well Dressed Walrus, Spokane Firefighters Local 29, Creative Music Learning Center, and North Idaho Events. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or Spokane